Hi, y'all. I'm Joe, your host and cannabis lifestyle guide. And we're here with an evening roll with me sesh with the Bay Area's own Uncle Damien Posey. Thank you, Damien. Now, you and I haven't got to meet in person, so we're going to have a roll with me sesh, but I hope it's also Uncle Damien's story time. I hear you've got some good ones.
I have a few. I've been around a few blocks, you know.
Right on. Well, tell me, which OCB Rolling Papers will you be working with tonight?
Well, let me say that these OCB Rolling Papers are nice. They got the organic hemp one. I was looking at this one. The bamboo one is real nice with the tips. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not that good at rolling papers. I'm I've been hanging with my youngsters, man. They got me on rolling them blunts, man. But I do like cones. I'm real big on cones, man. So I'm going to be going with this bamboo cone right here. I'm going to stuff this thing with some of that good high purpose and get high with a purpose, man. Shout out to OCB for to use these cones, man.
All right. I love it. That's so funny.
Okay if I stuff the cone? I don't want to.
You know what? I can't end the show. Of course, I'm going to let you stuff cones. You know, I've had several people on this show that I feel quite certain they can roll good joints, and then they admit when they get here that they're not that good at it. Right. But I've been at this.
Rolling, but I'm not trying to embarrass myself on here.
I feel you. I've been embarrassing myself on here all year long. But I've gotten decent at it. So I'm going to roll me a little shorty, a little rosette with the OCB single-wide organic hemp.
Oh, yeah.
But more importantly,
I definitely plan on using these in the not too distant future, though.
Thank you. You're gonna get your rolling skills ready for the new year. Okay. Yes. My next question is, which California legal flower are you rolling with this evening?
Oh man, the California legal high purpose. Got to, man. The give back buds. That's the only way to go.
Well, talk to me. What is that? What's the high purpose?
High purpose is a brand that I created in order to support some of the community stuff that I do around the city, around the Bay Area, throughout California, throughout the nation. You know, that's why it's called high purpose. It's a play on words, you know, getting high with a purpose, you know, to give back buds. That's what we're all about. You know, giving back to the people, giving back to the community. I got this Chocolatina right here, you know, that's testing at 28% THC. That's been going crazy. I think it might be sold out. Also, I might use this violence prevention. I got this violence prevention that I got, which, you know, goes in the right to what I'm saying. I mean, who, you know, naming their cannabis after that? Like, it's violence prevention, man. We trying to.
That's the cultivar's name is violence prevention.
That's the name.
All right. Interesting.
Violence prevention. You know what I mean?
On.
Let's store and ask them, man, let me get some of that violence prevention. You know.
That's right. Everybody needs to be inhaling some of that.
Smoke some weed and chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
You know.
Well, I have got some flower that I bought at the Emerald Cup Harvest Ball this weekend in Santa Rosa. So there are a group of small farmers that I love who have come up with this brand Farm Cut. And, you know, instead of those smalls that we find in the dispensaries, these are like the buds that they smoke from their own stash. Oh, okay. And so this is from Down Home Farms. Let's see what these guys have. This is the Cherry Punch from Down Home Farms. Daniel Fink. Here, they farm cut it, so they leave the sugar leaves on.
Feel like I can smell it
That's
from here.
right. It's lovely. It's
Beautiful.
from Nevada County, but I like it because, you know, they do what they can to preserve the trichomes to make sure when I get it, shit smells good, it tastes good, and I
That's
have
right.
like the optimum experience. But
That's right.
it's good stuff. So I'm gonna start grinding up my flour, and Uncle Damien, tell me a story.
Well, I mean, being that we're on, the Roll With Me show, I'll tell you about the first time that I did roll a joint. Uh, I was around 11 years old. My I was born and raised in San Francisco. My mother was 16 years old when she had me. And then she had my sister when she was 18, so she was a young mother herself. And grew up with no father, inner city. Unfortunately, a too common story around here where I come from. So, I seen the guys, smoking and stuff like that, and you know, I, at first I was trying to do it to be down, but
Mhm.
then I had smoked with someone else, and it felt like, you know, not all my problems went away, but I felt a peace within myself that I had never, felt before. And I had never really paid attention. I seen guys rolling. I never really paid attention. I didn't understand the breaking down of the cannabis as much, and so I didn't break it down very well, and this was back in the day. I'm an OG now, so this is back in the day when some of the cannabis that we had wasn't so refined. So, there was some seeds in it, some sticks, you know,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not knowing. I'm thinking that's all like part of it. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Oh no.
let's
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah.
Needless to say, uh, I rolled one of the ugliest joints, nastiest joints known to man, and I just thought I was so cool. And I brought it around my other friends, and they were like, man, what is that? you know, and they just got a good laugh out of it. We tried to smoke it, but there was so many seeds and sticks in it that it was like,
Harsh as fuck.
4th of July harshness.
Yeah.
It was like drinking straight black coffee for the first time, you
Yeah.
know. Um, but it still had some good components to it. We were young, so we got a little buzz and whatnot. And yeah, that was
You
my
got the gist of it.
right,
You're
right,
like, yeah, you're like, this is good enough to repeat.
right.
You're
It's
only
like
gonna get better from there, right?
right, exactly. After I got clowned by my friends and some other individuals that was in the vicinity, who gave me a little knowledge after the fact, you know.
So in the opening credits, there's a picture of you with like this, fucking heavyweight champion belt over your shoulder.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what that's all about.
So in the city of San Francisco, um, I have been blessed to be deemed and called one of the main people's champs. So a bunch of community-based organizations got together and they gave me that belt, and they called me the people's champ, Uncle Damien. I'm a community activist, a cannabis activist, a youth advocate, a senior advocate, a homeless advocate. So I smoke weed and I have a cannabis brand, High Purpose. So I'm also blessed to be opening my own dispensary very soon. But my foundation, uh, I love to give back to the community. I love to, support those who feel like they have no support. You know, because I've been there on several different levels. So for the last 10 years, I've just been going hard in the community, and they gave me the People's Champ belt. And the picture that you put up on that side, it has my high purpose logo. On the other side, it has my Us for Us logo, which is my nonprofit, which kind of go hand in hand, and which is kind of taboo, but we're changing the narrative around here because you can see that cannabis has been legalized. People are understanding the amazing properties, the healing properties, the calming properties of cannabis, how it can be beneficial in so many ways. And I'm gonna highlight that, through all of my community works. So yeah, so that's what the belt is about. I'm a little eccentric with things, but I believe that's needed, man. It's needed. It's such a stigma around how people who give back to the community are supposed to act, how philanthropists are supposed to act, how anybody's supposed to act about anything. Like, this is, we were born with free will. You should be able to do what you want, however you want, as long as you're not harming anyone else.
Amen, Uncle Damien.
As far as, sexual orientation, gender, who you like, who you don't like, how you want to dress, where you want to go, who you want to hang out, how you want to party, how you want to do, you know what I'm saying? And even doing
what medicine you want to take, what
right,
shots you do or don't want to have.
Exactly. Like, it's up to yourself. Long as you are not hurting anyone else, that's where I'm at with it, and I've been pushing that on a high level, for the past 10 years. So the people call me the people's champ, Uncle Damien. That's where the name comes from, Uncle Damien. I just want to be that, that big brother and that uncle, that I wish I had growing up that I didn't have. I have a real checkered past. I don't pull no punches about it. I was in and out of juvenile hall as a young kid. Several cannabis arrests. That I shouldn't have had.
That's right. The war on drugs did you no favors.
Find out. Oh yeah, I am the poster boy for the war on drugs. One thing you don't know, I've been shot 5 times. I did
Tupac.
I did 10 years in prison. I changed my life, and now I'm coming back and showing, that it's not how you start the race, it's how you finish the race,
Yeah, that's impressive. When I interviewed Marie Moarquet and had her on the show, and
my sister,
she admitted she's not a good joint roller either. But yeah, she had a lot of really good things to say about you. And it's so important to have people like that in the community that we can rely on and that are looking out for the little guys. And I encourage everybody to be that. Like, what is your act of service to your community? It looks different. Like you said earlier, it doesn't matter how we want to dress or be or do in the world, like be authentically you, but be of service, be good to your community.
Right. Definitely, man. If everybody take care of one another, we'll all be taken care of, if that makes sense. If I take care of you and you take care of me, we taken care of.
It's funny because I've been working 7 days a week for a while, trying to get back on my feet. And somebody that I care about was having a graduation party, a celebration for something she's been, going through for the last couple of years and grinding away at. And I was so tired driving home from work. And I just was like, you know what? When I show up for other people, they show up for me. Like she's been this fucking tired for 2 years doing this thing and holding it down her 2 jobs. And she finally crossed the finish line. So I'm going to go show up for her. It may not be, I won't stay till the end, but I'm going to be there for her. And, sometimes that's just freaking going to a party, but showing up for somebody can be small or large.
Right. No, that's real. I did the same thing with me, man. Believe it or not, one of my mentees that I mentor, she just became a doctor, and we have been working tirelessly. I say we because I've been supporting her, but she's been working tirelessly. This happened on Friday. I went to her graduation, and then she wanted to use my speaker for her. She wanted to use my speaker for her graduation party afterwards at her house. So I went to go get it. But when I was coming to her house, man, somebody cut me off, and I smashed right into him with my car. Right?
No.
Oh my goodness. Totally their fault. Everything. Car was messed up and everything. But believe it or not, I made it to the party and I got her that speaker. You know what I mean? But that's me, Uncle Damien. People expect that from me. But I'm just saying though, those are some of the things that, sometimes you got to do no matter what you're going through. And I always believe this is some of the things that I teach. The more you give, the more you get. I have a motto: everybody eats when the city eats, because I do a lot of feedings in the city for the homeless and the seniors and the communities and everything. Are you showing off? You see my cone? My cone is looking perfectly stuffed right there.
There you go. Yes. So this is our comparison. Yes, your perfectly stuffed cone.
And I went with the violence prevention, man. The Gelato 41. That's amazing. About to be coming out. I'm coming out with some of these violence prevention pre-rolls. Oh,
And
that's
that's
nice.
my shorty. That's my shorty.
That's nice. You need to do some classes. You know what I'm saying? What did you do? You used the organic hemp, huh? You used the organic hemp papers?
Well, and I also use these single wide.
Right. Okay.
So
okay.
I'm a micro doser. I don't want to waste a lot of weed.
I see they got these premiums too. I like these.
Yeah. Now, see, I haven't gotten to that level. I still screw up a lot when I try to use the premium papers because, they're so thin. But
you got to get the little, be real delicate with them.
That's right.
I'm
still a little bit of a bull in a china closet around these parts.
That's right. I see some fire over there.
That's right.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Right. I see some fire over there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Needless to say, I'm not rolling up no more sticks and seeds no more.
Me either, my friend.
Needless to say,
me either.
Only premium, cannabis over here going in my lungs. I'm only pushing out, products that I believe in, that I support, that are, dedicated to giving back to the community in some form or another, from my cultivation to my distro to even the stores where I place my products at. It's very, very serious for me. I'm a blessed individual, even though I've been through a lot of my life. I'm a blessed individual. I could do several things to make money. This is not about making money for me or my organization. Like, we the Give Back Buds for real. You can look on our Instagram, High Purpose Lifestyle. You can go on the website, the highpurposelifestyle.com, and see the stuff that we're doing, the givebackbuds.com, and see the stuff that we're doing, supporting the seniors, feeding the communities, doing community cleanups. We're doing a bunch of holiday giving backs, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's come from cannabis, and I don't pull no punches about it. I'll be like, weed, like they say, weed paid for this. You know what I mean? I just did a gun buyback, and the majority of the fund, we got 267 guns off the street. The majority of the funds came from the cannabis industry, to support that gun buyback. And I want people to know that, because we're going to break the stigma around cannabis.
I see you. Way to go. I love that. So what the fuck with all of these dispensaries that are getting robbed now, where it's like full on, like a team shows up, piles out of a van, is in and out with everything? Like, what are we doing about that shit?
It's crime's opportunity. I'm definitely working with a cannabis task force to battle against that. And it's just unfortunate that we're not getting, our tax dollars are not being working for us. The cannabis industry is overtaxed, and under-supported more than any other industry, in the world. I'm saying
Preach. Right now, yes. 1,000%, especially in California.
You seen the video? Everybody's knowing the cops are sitting there watching the people rob the dispensaries and all that kind of stuff. And I just pray that nobody tries my dispensary, because we're not going for it. You know what I mean? That's just, like I always say, I'm not a role model. I'm a real model. You know what I mean? I'm a real model. Like I said, I've been shot 5 times. I did 10 years in prison. I come from this gutterness. I understand. You know what I mean? I'm not supporting what they're doing, but I understand crime's opportunity. If you can get somebody, that's how it goes in the street.
Yeah.
Those
But this
those,
isn't
those
supposed to
same
be the
those
street.
same
This is
people,
supposed to be a regulated industry.
those same people would be robbing banks, if it wasn't cannabis industry, but banks have the support of the government and the officers, and they have,
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Big ass vaults to put their money in that these cannabis people can't put in those damn banks.
Right.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah.
Right. So, I'm definitely working hard and diligent to battle that, and just and everything that goes around it. But if we can keep it real on this show, all of that stuff comes from the stigma from the beginning about cannabis and about, what I mean? We should have already been at a place where, it's normalized and we don't have to deal with those kind of issues and stuff like that. Like, you don't hear about people breaking into liquor stores and stuff like that. Well, maybe a little, but not that,
Yeah.
It's the way that cannabis is looked at, the way that it's been, marginalized over the years. But I have faith over time things will level itself out, and we'll be doing the good. We'll be doing the good in the world that we're supposed to be doing.
Well, and I think it levels out when people speak up and start participating and saying, no, this is not okay in my neighborhood, or
Right.
I support this. Where the hell is my dispensary?
Right.
Where the hell is my delivery service?
Even
Support these businesses.
even if you don't consume cannabis or you're not a big sponsor, you should be in support of them getting the support that they deserve and that they need, because if not, that's going to make your community more dangerous. You know what I mean? If that
Yes.
makes sense, people got to understand that if we don't support it, because we're not going anywhere. It's here to stay. We're just going to figure it out and work it out. We're going to figure it out and work it out. So you should support it because we're legitimate, man. I got all my licenses, all my business stuff. I went through it took me 4.5 years to get my dispensary going. And I'm still like, you know what I mean? But I went through everything. I'm equity verified, all the things. See that stamp on there? Equity verified right there.
Here, let me zoom in on you.
Zoom, equity verified on there. You know what I mean? From that's why it's the streets on my logos in my bag. You know what I'm saying? Come from the community. So I did everything that they would ask me to do. So support me like you support the rest of those individuals.
That's right. You followed all of their rules.
Mm-hmm.
So let this game be a fair game, and it's not.
It's not.
And what's so funny is that people that love cannabis and are passionate about what they're doing, they don't give a fuck. Like, they are going for it. Like,
right.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, but
yeah, but I'm not going to stop doing this. I can't imagine going back and working for the man. Like, fuck that.
Right. That's the same thing with me. Like, I'm dealing with some stuff with my dispensary, but I'm just like, whatever we got to do to get it open, like, we just got to make it happen. The people deserve it. You know what I mean? My legacy deserves it, because I plan on doing so many things. I see. I like what you did there. I need to get one of those.
Oh, this is a Blazy Susan.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
That table?
Uh-huh.
A Blazy Susan. Where do I get one of those? Sorry to.
Yeah, no. BlazySusan.com. I'm not sure. Just, put Blazy Susan in your search engine. Right. Yeah, it's my favorite thing right now.
I'm a boss. It's real bossy. I like that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's good. And all of the inserts that you see here, like, this ashtray with the little pokey thing, they're all made of silicone.
Okay.
And you can get any color that you want. And there's different, wood grains. I'm like, this is the most baller Christmas gift. Like, if you wanted to surprise a stoner.
I'm sorry.
Blazy Susan.
Blazy Susan.
Blazy Susan.
Okay.
And then you get your OCB rolling supplies, at ocbusa.com/baked. And you get 4 booklets of OCB rolling papers and a rolling tray for $4.99. You gift that in their stocking, the Blazy Susan under the tree, and you're a Christmas hero.
Christmas hero. I like your style. I like your style, sister. That's gonna work. I hope they got some options like buy 3, get 15% off, because I see 3 or 4 in my future right now. I'm thinking of like some people who deserve. My best friend, she is a beast. She would love that.
Oh, I love that. Well, I am not an affiliate. I'm not an affiliate of them, so I can't give you a promo code.
I can't tell the way you just spit that.
I know. I just love it. But you do tell them that you heard about them from Casually Baked.
I need you to get well versed like that about High Purpose. I'm gonna send you a full informational package.
That's right. You can be one of the sponsors of the podcast next year, and I'd
be honored.
I'll spit your game and for a higher purpose. Of course, I'm in wine and weed country, so
right.
Win in wine and weed country.
Right, as you should. What's your wine preference? What you got? A nice little red right there. What you got?
This is a Petite Syrah out of Mendocino County, McNabb Ridge Winery. Now that I've moved out of Oakland and I'm back in the country, I'm getting to know my community. And so this is just right up the road for me, just past Hopland, and it's delicious wine, and it's affordable because it doesn't have the name Napa on it, but it's fucking delicious.
Right. You can someone could say the same about someone's cannabis having the name Humboldt attached to it.
Well, pause though, because if that Humboldt's name is attached, as well as regeneratively farmed, sun grown, like when we start talking like that, then yeah, that's premium cannabis right there.
That's right.
That's worth paying extra money for.
That's right.
That's your top shelf shit.
Whew. When it's coming from the one they prayed over it. You know what I mean?
They did.
They prayed over the whole crop, in a great way.
They got Buddhas in the garden.
Yes. Yeah. My lighter is giving me issues right now. I'm so mad because I'm jealous. You over there smoking. You got your good wine. You live in the
I got the fire going behind me.
Oh, yes. This is real romantic right here. Okay. You set in the mood,
Yeah.
You live in what we call a high purpose lifestyle. See, it's not just a cannabis brand. It's a lifestyle. I don't know if you noticed my merch. Go on, zoom in on that real quick.
All right, let's get in there.
Just real quick.
Come on, where is it? There we go.
There you go. A little high purpose. See the hat. See the rolling tray. That's on my website, highpurposelifestyle.com, because this is a lifestyle,
Yeah.
And the lifestyle is you handle your business, right? You going to work, you going to school, you doing your podcast, whatever it may be, you giving back to your community. You're a good person, and you consume cannabis. See, now, once upon a time, Harry Anslinger would have you believe that you couldn't do those 3 things together. You understand what I'm saying? If you were consuming cannabis, you had to be a thug. You had to be a criminal. You had to be a devil. You had to be insane. You had to be going through some reefer madness. You had to be doing something of that nature. You couldn't be a good person, working, going to school, handling your business, and giving back to your community, and smoking weed, consuming cannabis however you see fit. Well, High Purpose is here to say that you can do those things. You understand what I'm saying? This is a lifestyle, and it ain't about.
Casually Baked is here to say the same thing. So I guess I am casually baked, living the high purpose lifestyle.
Right, casually baked, living that high purpose lifestyle. High purpose is casually baked. Casually.
That's right. Like I used to say, I was a functional stoner, and people would say, nobody wants to do business with a functional stoner, Joanna. So that's where I was like, fine, then I'm casually baked.
And
Now will you do business with me?
I like that. I like that.
All right. Well, I have enjoyed hanging out with you, and I'm taking a couple of months off from the podcast to give myself the mother of all breaks. And when I come back on, we'll have to get you onto the podcast.
Please, I'd be honored. I'm honored to be your break, and I'd be honored to be your coming re-emergence. I should have my dispensary open by that time. You might could come do a live podcast taping or something. I don't know.
I think that would be fun. I think we could get something on the books. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out, and Uncle Damien, it has been a pleasure.
It's definitely all mine. Definitely all mine. Shout out to everybody watching this. Thank you so much, man. Make sure you guys support Casualty Bay. Make sure you support OCB, Rolling Papers, and all of that. And next time you're in the dispensary, man, ask your budtenders about High Purpose, man. Tell them they need to get it around there or something,
There you go. If you live in the Bay Area, High Purpose lifestyle.
Oh, but we in dispensaries all over California, all in Southern Cal, Northern Cal, everywhere.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. Bye.